Everyone keeps saying the dollar is dying. Economists, YouTubers, your uncle at Thanksgiving, everyone. But here's the weird part. It's still here. Still the world's most powerful currency. Why? I spent weeks researching this, and what I found honestly blew my mind. The dollar has a secret backdoor, and once you understand it, you'll never look at money the same way. But first, let's talk about why everyone thinks the dollar should have collapsed by now. The US has printed trillions of dollars, like trillions with a T. That's supposed to be catastrophic. When you print this much money, basic economics says inflation explodes, currency crashes, chaos everywhere. But somehow, the dollar keeps chugging along. What gives? Other countries have tried printing money like this. It ended very, very badly for them. Remember Zimbabwe? Venezuela, classic hyperinflation. But America, the dollar just survives. How is that fair? The answer lies in a system so clever, so hidden, that most people have never heard of it. It's the dollar's backdoor, and it's been operating in plain sight for decades. Let me introduce you to the petrodollar system. Oil plus dollars equals the most powerful financial arrangement in human history. Let's go back to 1971. The world's money system was about to change forever. Before 1971, the dollar was backed by gold. You could literally trade dollars for gold bars. Then President Nixon said, "No more gold for your dollars." Just like that. He cut the cord between dollars and gold. The dollar was now backed by nothing. Everyone panicked. If dollars aren't backed by gold, what makes them valuable? But Nixon and his team had a brilliant, some say diabolical plan. They made a secret deal with Saudi Arabia, the biggest oil producer on earth. The deal was simple. Saudi Arabia sells oil only in US dollars, no exceptions. In exchange, America provides military protection. Other oil-producing countries saw this and thought, hey, we want American protection too. Soon, OPEC, the oil cartel, agreed. All oil sales worldwide, US dollars only. This created a beautiful, for America, loop. First, get dollars. Japan needs oil, can't pay with yen. Germany needs oil, can't pay with euros. They need dollars. So every country on Earth needs to stockpile US dollars. Constant global demand. And here's where it gets really good for America. America can print more dollars, and the world has to absorb them because they need dollars for oil. America gets to live beyond its means because the world funds it. This system has been running for over 50 years, half a century of dollar dominance. The dollar isn't backed by gold anymore. It's backed by something arguably more valuable. The entire world runs on it. Control the oil trade. Control the world's need for your currency. Financial puppetry at its finest. Now you might be thinking, what happens if someone tries to break away from this system? In 2000, Iraq's Saddam Hussein announced he would sell oil in euros, not dollars. America was not happy about this. Like, really not happy. 3 years later, well, we all know what happened to Iraq. Now, I'm not saying the war was just about dollars, but interesting timing, right? Libya's Gaddafi proposed a gold-backed currency for all of Africa, a direct challenge to the dollar. Months later, NATO intervened. Libya descended into chaos. Another coincidence? I'm just connecting publicly available dots here. Draw your own conclusions. The pattern seems clear. Challenge the petrodollar, face serious consequences. America protects the petrodollar system like it's the crown jewels, because for them, it basically is. The benefits are insane. Print trillions, export inflation to everyone else, keep prices stable at home. Americans get cheap imports while other countries deal with the inflation America creates. Essentially, America gets to fund its lifestyle on the world's credit card. Nice work if you can get it. But here's the thing. Cracks are starting to appear in this system. After 50 years, the petrodollar's armor isn't as strong as it used to be. Let's investigate who's trying to break the back door and whether they'll succeed. Threat number 1. China. The world's factory is getting ambitious. China is the world's biggest oil importer. They're tired of paying the dollar tax. China convinced Saudi Arabia to accept yuan for oil. This made Washington very nervous. Saudi Arabia was supposed to be their exclusive partner. Then there's BRICS, a coalition of countries saying, we want our own system. Russia demands rubles for gas. You want our energy? Pay in our currency. Countries are starting to trade directly with each other. The world is at a crossroads. Stick with dollar dominance or build something new. When the West kicked Russia off SWIFT, it showed the world dollar access can be weaponized. Other countries watched and thought, if it happened to Russia, it could happen to us. So they're building alternatives. Plan B systems that don't need American permission. The news calls it de-dollarization. Countries slowly reducing their dollar dependence. America is trying to plug holes everywhere. The dollar isn't dying tomorrow. Here's why it's more resilient than people think. The dollar represents 60% of global reserves. That gap is massive. Dollar markets are the deepest, most liquid on Earth. You can always sell dollars. That's valuable. The alternatives aren't ready yet. Building a new global financial system takes decades. So what does the future hold? Let me share what the smartest analysts are predicting. The 2030s will be the transition period. True change? Probably 2040s. The dollar won't crash. There are three possible scenarios. Let's walk through each one. Scenario A. America maintains dominance. BRICS fails to coordinate. Dollar stays supreme. Scenario B. A multipolar world. Several currencies share power. No single king. Scenario C. China takes the crown. The yuan becomes the new world reserve currency. Most experts bet on Scenario B, a messier, more complicated world with multiple reserve currencies. Here's my honest take after all this research. The dollar is wounded, but far from dead. The backdoor is weakening, but it's not broken yet. The dollar has been through oil crises, financial meltdowns, and everything else. It keeps surviving. But enough geopolitics. What does this mean for you personally? Lesson 1. Don't put all your eggs in one currency basket. Diversification matters more than ever. Lesson 2. Don't panic over sensational headlines. The dollar won't collapse next Tuesday. These changes happen over decades, not days. Long-term thinking beats panic every time. Lesson 3. Stay educated. Understanding these systems gives you massive advantage. When you understand how petrodollars connect to geopolitics to your wallet, you see the whole board. You now know more about the global monetary system than 95% of people. When you understand the power, you understand everything. The petrodollar backdoor isn't just finance. It's military, political, and deeply personal. If you learned something new today, drop a subscribe. Hit that like button.